there's no crisis in FIFA as far as I'm concerned. It's only about change. The only constant is change. I mean, I don't want to go with people who talk about Blatter being corrupt, being a thief and whatever. Yes, they've arrested people around him. Have they indicted him? I will wait until Blatter is indicted before I talk about him being corrupt or not. I mean, like the law says, you are not guilty until you are proven guilty. That's my position. I mean, it's normal. There is no organization where there will be no rancor. But right now, it has eaten so deep into, FIFA that change has become inevitable. And Blatter has taken the honorable step to say, okay, I'm leaving in 12 months, in 11 months. So let's wait for this change. I don't see an outsider coming to take over from Blatter. I see another Blatter in FIFA. Maybe one of his boys, I'm looking at Jerome Champagne or somebody, I don't see a Platini coming to take over from him. Let's play down these crises or whatever.
Only hope that the next person coming to step into the big shoes of Sepp Blatter will continue on a very, very good note, because Sepp Blatter has left a very huge reputation so far as the development of football, world football is concerned, in my opinion. I wish that one day an African becomes the FIFA president. But for now, we have somebody like Issa Hayatou, even though age is not on his side. But if, we see Issa Hayatou ascending the throne of the FIFA president, why not? Africans will be very, very proud, because he's going to champion the cause of Africa, of Africans, just as Sepp Blatter did.
I'm expecting a new president to take up Sepp Blatter's mantle and also take good note of racism and make sure it goes well. And he fights racism and make sure it's out of Africa, because it's taking down a lot of African players and we are not doing well so much due to racism. I would want Issa Hayatou to be the new FIFA president. Irrespective of his involvement in the scandal of the Qatar 2022 World Cup preparations, I think that would threaten his slot into FIFA as the president. But I really want him to be the president because I think he's capable of doing it.
The next president, I think the man in Jordan, yeah, he's the favorite one we want to be the next FIFA president. Why? And the reason is, I think he have some, at least some something like some ideas about football. I think he have some big idea about football. We want to change FIFA, and that's the person we want.
So there you have it, reactions coming out of Sepp Blatter's resignation. You listen to Nigeria's Godwin Inakin, and some Ghanaians are reacting to that resignation. Dumnadi, let me come to you. Let's bring it down to South Africa and all of these allegations that we're hearing. South Africa, they've come out to say, we didn't give bribe to win the bid. We did everything necessary to win it. But when you look at it closely and how far investigation wants to go with all of this coming out of FIFA, do you think it's going to indict them in any way?
Well, before South Africa, there was a bid that shocked the entire world. That was a bid in 2006 in Germany, where it's a New Zealand, one of the board executive members of FIFA abstained. Yeah. And at that point they called it lobby. I don't know what the difference between lobby and I don't know, because in itself, that's self-actually, because a lot of us were so shocked at the way it happened, and even the South Africans, they cried because as if it was a national disaster for South Africa. Coming out to say that because yes, they will allow the FBI or whoever is investigating to do the job. Why they will do their own job? They've already come out to say they didn't give any bribe. What does bribe? What does this entails? Maybe it depends on what the Western media is telling us. What constitutes bribe? What constitutes lobby? I don't know, because what happened in Germany 2016, if it will be now, I don't know what I will call it lobby at the point in time. So for South Africa, because that's the best way to do, because it's an issue that is coming in to tarnish the image of the country, and what they're trying to do is try to stave off some of these allegations, because it's just within even when South Africa won the bid, we felt it was a time for Africa, a lot of Africa. Yeah. Or a lot of Africa. The entire
Africa does not get it in 2020.
We supported that bid, and we supported South Africa hosting the World Cup, and we gave South Africa an applaud for hosting the World Cup in spite of the challenges before the World Cup. So I don't think, because it's coming now and people are beginning to raise eyebrow, but when it happened then, we felt South Africa is due to host the World Cup.
Well, if I can buttress what Jim said, the reason why people are raising our eyebrows because that $10 million wasn't made public then.
Yes.
It is now being made public now.
Another
Then
bit
you're now
coming
asking
out.
questions. Why is South Africa donating, in quotes, $10 million to a CONCACAF diaspora organization? And they are trying to, you can wiggle it and jiggle it any way you like, but it doesn't come out very, it doesn't come, it raises a lot of questions. Who needs more money for development? Africa or the CONCACAF? Three of the richest nations in FIFA are in the CONCACAF: the United States of America, Mexico, and Canada. So you ask questions. I mean, it's but South Africans have not been found guilty of doing anything wrong so far. Neither has Sepp Blatter been found guilty of doing anything wrong so far. But the questions that arise, they raise a lot of eyebrows.
That's it. And until we get answers to these questions, they will remain questions for South Africa. We're excited that they hosted the World Cup, that the World Cup came to Africa, because all of this going on now, and the questions you're raising, if Africa had not hosted the World Cup in 2010, only God knows when it will come to Africa. Let's leave FIFA and their problems, and hopefully they will find solutions themselves. We'll go on this quick break now, and then we'll come back. We'll talk about football in Nigeria. Still questions being asked as regards coach Stephen Kershi's. He retained 8 home-based players, but there's still questions being asked. We're expecting 15 foreign professionals to join that team. We'll listen to reactions coming out of that one, then we'll come back. We'll get you talking also. Just listen to this, and we'll come back. It will form the basis for discussion. Stay with us.
But my own little argument is this. It's not about how many home-based players or how many foreign-based players. What is the quality of the foreign-based players is what you should be asking yourself. Most of them, I will select 10 of those guys. And again, listen, at the end of the day, I'm one of those who say to a lot of people all the time, I've been following Super Eagles since Segun Odegbami's time. And maybe my problem is that I watched too much of the Haruna Ilerika to Segun era to even Keshi's era as a player. I know there were some issues during Keshi's time, but you know what? This set of players are greedy, I'm sorry. Very greedy. They're collecting $8,000 for flight ticket alone. $10,000 if you win. Camp allowance, everything. It doesn't make any sense. The FA is crying about money. The NFF president and everybody and the NFF should look into this. It's not about money. What are they bringing? It's not there's no quality. 90% of these players, similarly young players like Omeruo, Obabuna, they've lost form. It's amazing. They are really genuinely young. What happened to them? Most of our players are not playing with the, I followed that whole Super Eagles. They want to die. We were in Tunisia in 1994. We were shaking in the final against Zambia. They wanted to die. These guys, they don't care. Look at the Ugandan game. Look at the South African game here. This is not it, These players are not it. I was in South Africa when Keshi won the Nations Cup. We were shaking before the game against Cote d'Ivoire. Like, you know what? Drogba, Yaya, you can name them. We're in trouble. Look at what happened. They were like tigers. They wanted to die. They didn't care. But this is not a team. These players are not playing. These players are not playing. That's the problem. It's just about the money. Keshi said he called Mikel. He didn't pick. Why call Mikel? Don't call Mikel. Mikel should be calling you and begging because he's not playing for his team. I've told a lot of people, let's try this exam. And I'm asking you, me and you are going to do an exam here now. Tell me, as much football as you know, and you know your football, name me 4 Nigerian players who are playing for first teams in Europe, in Europe's top 4. England, let's go. Chelsea, Mikel, no, because no Nigerian there. Arsenal, no Nigerian. Man, you know Nigeria. Let's go to Germany. Is it Dortmund? Is it Wolfsburg? Where? Can you? I'm waiting for you to tell me 4 players of Nigeria's national team in Europe, all over the world, who play for first teams in European top leagues, top 4. It doesn't exist. They don't have the quality, and they are holding us to ransom. It doesn't make any sense. So, I prefer to use all these local players because they will fight. They need it. They want to go abroad too. They want to prove themselves. $10,000 to them is a fortune. Use more of them. Create competition like you did in 2012. That's how to go about it.